I'm kicking myself for not buying the ceramic soup tureen. It's a little strange with the animals, but I adored it. I just didn't know what I would do with it. I'm Michelle. This is my romantic tangle, and we went thrifting. I distilled this to just the interesting bits. Mom painted a goose very much like that one back in the day. I would bet it was from the same mold. And look at this. This is the best finishing I have seen in a thrift store to date. This is diamond painting, not cross stitch. But look at how they mounted it on the piece of old, would we call this wood weathered or deteriorating? Either way, it really looks nice, especially for what it is. Subject matter isn't up my alley, but I love the idea of that finishing, and I'm gonna try to keep that in the back of my head for some of my own cross stitch projects. My guess is that this was for photographing or blocking baby hats. I'm sure it's one of a kind. If you think I'm right or wrong, let me know in the comments. It was hard to admire the seahorse through the tight plastic wrap, but that whole thing is made of shells. In my imaginary fantasy life, I would love to have a beach house to decorate. And look at this planter. I just, childhood images of the old woman who lived in the shoe. I kind of adore it, and I cannot keep plants alive to save my life, and I don't have the kind of yard that is safe for pretty decorative stuff like this, but it's neat. Here's a fairy lamp. You put tea lights in them, or I suppose nowadays we do the little battery operated candles. It was pretty, and I probably could have justified it. I think it was only $5, but I'd already spent a lot of money at other shops earlier the same afternoon, so I was good. I was also kind of tempted by this Ozarks or bust piece. Took me way too long to figure out that it was an ashtray. And they wanted what seems like an awful lot of money for it. I have no idea what this is worth. Maybe it was a steal and someone is going to flip it and make a fortune, but it's not going to be me. Some pretty china that is so busy, I think it would be hard to find your food on the plate. That's a little busy even for me. And I'm a fan of busy, highly decorated china. And then I found this. And it wasn't what I thought it might be, but I still think it's kind of neat. This is a commemorative plate for the First Methodist Church of Albany, Oregon. And I thought for a minute that it might be the church that I used to use as a landmark on some confusing back roads. At least until one day I looked over, saw the church, thought I was thoroughly lost, then realized that the building was on wheels and they had moved it. It's not a good landmark when the buildings move. I love the package of this hurricane lamp. It talks about citronella, so I don't think it's all that old, and the lamp inside was missing a ton of pieces, which you don't buy the lamp for the box, do you? Let me know what you do.